Health wisdom comes in many forms, and today it arrives through the story of Walter, a 92-year-old man who radiates vitality and joy. He moves with ease, his mind is sharp, and he wakes up every morning feeling grateful for another day of energy and clarity. Walter believes his secret is simple. He nourishes his body with foods that help regenerate stem cells, the foundation of renewal and repair. Through years of trial and discovery, he has curated a list of his favorite stem cell supporting foods, and today, we're sharing his wisdom with you. Imagine feeling more youthful, having more endurance, and supporting your body in ways that promote healing and longevity. That's the power of food, and in this video, you'll learn exactly what to eat and how to enjoy it in delicious ways. If you find this valuable, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps build a community of people who care about their health. Walter's love for dark leafy greens was a daily ritual, a celebration of vibrant health. He saw these greens not just as vegetables, but as potent allies in his quest for cellular renewal. He'd often start his day by sauteing a handful of spinach with minced garlic and a drizzle of olive oil, the fragrant aroma filling his kitchen with a sense of vitality. This simple dish, he believed, was a direct infusion of life-giving nutrients. Or, for a quick and energizing breakfast, he'd blend kale into a smoothie, a handful of kale leaves, a ripe banana for sweetness, a spoonful of almond butter for creaminess, and a splash of coconut milk for a tropical twist. The resulting green concoction was not just a drink, it was a liquid multivitamin, a surge of energy that set the tone for his day. For lunch, he'd toss fresh greens, a mix of spinach, arugula, and baby kale, into a colorful salad with sliced avocado for healthy fats, a handful of walnuts for crunch, and a light lemon tahini dressing for a tangy zing. He'd emphasize the importance of consistency, of making dark leafy greens a daily staple, knowing that their cumulative effect was a powerful shield against oxidative stress. His mornings were also a symphony of berries, particularly blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. These antioxidant-rich gems were his secret weapon against inflammation and his allies in supporting stem cell function. He'd start his day with a bowl of homemade granola, a crunchy mix of oats, nuts, and seeds, topped with a generous helping of berries and a dollop of kefir for gut health. He loved watching the berries burst with flavor, their juices staining the kefir a vibrant purple. For a midday treat, he'd mix frozen blueberries into his warm oatmeal, letting them melt and release their deep purple juices, turning a simple breakfast into a decadent delight. On warm afternoons, he'd whip up a refreshing berry sorbet, a blend of mixed berries, a touch of raw honey for sweetness, and a squeeze of lime juice for a citrusy kick, frozen until firm. Each spoonful was a burst of summer, a cooling and revitalizing treat. Fatty fish, for Walter, wasn't just food. It was a daily ritual, a connection to the ocean's bounty. He'd select wild-caught salmon fillets, their vibrant pink hue a testament to their freshness. The scent of the sea would fill his kitchen as he prepared them, a reminder of the vast, life-giving power of the ocean. He'd often bake the salmon, creating a crust of crushed macadamia nuts and fresh parsley. The nutty crunch of the crust against the flaky, tender salmon was a textural delight, a symphony of flavors that danced on his tongue. The omega-3s, he believed, were like a soothing balm for his brain, keeping his thoughts clear and his memory sharp. Sardines, often overlooked, were a staple in his pantry. He'd open a can, the briny aroma a reminder of their oceanic origins. With a squeeze of fresh lemon, the citrus tang cutting through the richness, and a sprinkle of pink salt, the mineral crystals adding a subtle crunch, he'd savor each bite. For a quick and nutritious lunch, he'd mash the sardines with creamy avocado, the green flesh contrasting with the silvery fish, finely chopped red onion for a pungent bite, and a dollop of Dijon mustard for a tangy kick. He'd spread the mixture over flaxseed crackers, their nutty flavor and satisfying crunch a perfect vessel for the nutrient-rich salad. These simple meals, he believed, were not just sustenance, they were a daily dose of brain-boosting, inflammation-fighting power. Nuts and seeds for Walter were like little powerhouses, packed with essential nutrients that fueled his body's repair mechanisms. He'd always keep a jar of soaked almonds in his fridge, their creamy texture and subtle sweetness a testament to the transformative power of soaking. The act of soaking, he believed, unlocked their full potential, making them easier to digest and their nutrients more readily available. For a quick and satisfying breakfast, he'd prepare chia pudding. He'd combine chia seeds with coconut milk, the creamy liquid enveloping the tiny seeds, and let it sit overnight. In the morning, the pudding would be thick and creamy, the chia seeds having absorbed the liquid and created a gel-like texture. He'd top it with a sprinkle of cinnamon, its warm, sweet aroma filling the air, and a handful of chopped walnuts, their crunchy texture a delightful contrast to the smooth pudding. He'd also create a nut and seed trail mix, a portable source of energy and nutrients. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, cacao nibs, dried berries, and coconut flakes would combine to create a symphony of flavors and textures. The crunchy nuts, the chewy dried berries, the slightly bitter cacao nibs, and the tropical sweetness of coconut flakes created a delightful medley. He'd keep a jar on his desk, a convenient and nutritious snack to fuel his mind and body throughout the day. These simple additions to his diet, he believed, were a powerful way to support his overall health, a daily investment in his well-being. Fermented foods for Walter were not just a culinary delight, they were a daily ritual of gut health, a cornerstone of his overall well-being. He viewed his gut as the body's second brain, a complex ecosystem that influenced everything from digestion to mood. Sauerkraut, with its tangy, crisp texture, was a frequent guest at his table. He'd add a spoonful to his morning eggs, the soreness cutting through the richness of the yolk, or alongside roasted vegetables in the evening, the fermented cabbage adding a vibrant counterpoint to the sweetness of the caramelized vegetables. The tangy aroma of sauerkraut was a constant reminder of the bustling community of beneficial bacteria thriving in his gut. Kefir, with its creamy, slightly sour taste, was his go-to for a probiotic boost. He'd blend it with a handful of berries, their sweetness balancing the tanginess of the kefir, and a drizzle of raw honey, its golden sweetness adding a touch of natural sweetness. The creamy, frothy drink was a daily dose of gut-loving goodness. On days when he craved something spicy and flavorful, he'd whip up a quick kimchi stir-fry. The pungent aroma of fermented cabbage, mingled with the heat of chili flakes, would fill his kitchen. He'd toss the kimchi with scrambled eggs and green onions, the vibrant colors and bold flavors creating a symphony of taste and texture. Each bite was a celebration of gut health, a reminder of the intricate connection between his digestive system and his overall vitality. Dark chocolate, in its purest form, was Walter's daily indulgence, a treat that nourished his body and soul. He wasn't interested in sugary milk chocolate. He opted for 100% cacao or raw cacao powder, embracing the intense, slightly bitter flavor of pure chocolate. He saw it as a potent source of antioxidants, a way to protect his cells from oxidative stress. In the evenings, he'd create a homemade hot chocolate, stirring cacao powder into warm coconut milk, its creamy texture a comforting embrace. A dash of cinnamon, its warm, sweet aroma filling the air, and a tiny drop of vanilla extract, its subtle sweetness enhancing the chocolate's richness, would complete the drink. The velvety texture and rich, intense flavor was a satisfying end to his day. He'd also create chocolate energy balls, blending dates, their caramel-like sweetness binding together the cacao powder and a handful of nuts, their crunchy texture adding a delightful contrast. These bite-sized treats were not only delicious, but also packed with nutrients that supported cellular regeneration. For a special dessert, he'd melt pure dark chocolate, its glossy sheen reflecting the warm light of his kitchen, and drizzle it over frozen banana slices, their creamy texture and sweet flavor a perfect canvas for the rich, dark chocolate. The combination of textures and flavors was a decadent yet healthy treat, a reminder that indulgence and nourishment could coexist. Finally, Walter swears by the power of herbal teas, particularly those known for their anti-inflammatory and regenerative properties. Green tea, turmeric tea, and ginger tea are his favorites. He begins his mornings with a cup of matcha, whisked until frothy, and often winds down in the evening with a warm turmeric latte made by blending turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and coconut milk. For an extra soothing touch, he sometimes adds grated fresh ginger and a teaspoon of raw honey. On cooler days, he brews a comforting blend of chamomile and peppermint tea to relax and support digestion. These teas provide not only comfort, but also powerful plant compounds that encourage longevity and well-being. Through these foods and simple, delicious recipes, Walter continues to thrive at 92, proving that what you eat truly shapes how you feel. If you're inspired by his journey, why not start incorporating more of these stem cell-supporting foods into your diet? Small changes add up, and over time, they can transform your energy, health, and vitality. Let us know in the comments which of these foods you already enjoy and which ones you're excited to try. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's grow this community together and support each other on the journey to better health.